Come here, Prism! Gaga!
That's me.
I admit.
Yes.
With shame.
Out with it.
That I do not know. I only wish I did.
After all that.
The plain facts of the case are these. On the morning of the day, it's very serious. On the morning of the day that you mentioned, the day that is implanted in my memory, I prepared, as usual, to take the baby out in the perambulator. I had also with me a rather old but capacious handbag, in which I had intended to place the manuscript of a work of fiction that I had written in my few unoccupied hours. In a moment of mental abstraction for which I will never forgive myself, I deposited the manuscript in the bassinet and placed the baby in the handbag.
But where did you deposit that handbag?
Do not ask me, Mr. Worthing.
Miss Prism, this matter is of no small importance to me. I insist on knowing where you deposited that handbag that contained that infant.
In the cloakroom of one of the larger railway stations in London.
Which railway station?
Victoria. The Brighton Line.
Oh, I must retire to my dressing room. Gwendolyn, will you wait for me?
If you are not too long, I will wait here all my life. Oh no.
Miss Prism! Is this the handbag? Examine it carefully before you speak. The happiness of more than one life rests on your answer.
Well, it appears to be mine. Oh, yes. I'm so glad to have it restored to me. It's been a great inconvenience to be without it all these years.
More has been restored to you than that handbag. I was that baby. Yes. Mother! Oh!
Mr. Worthing, I am unmarried.
Unmarried? Well, I do not pretend that's not a blow. But who can cast a stone at one who is suffered? Cannot an act of repentance wipe out an act of folly? Or why should there be one law for men and another for women? Mother, I forgive you!
Mr. Worthing, I think there has been some misunderstanding.
Oh, thank you.
There is the woman who can tell you who you really are.
Oh, Lady Bracknell, I hate to seem inquisitive, but would you mind informing me who I am?
I'm afraid the news I have to give you will not altogether please you. You are the son of my poor sister, Mrs. Moncrief, and consequently, Algernon's elder brother.
Algy's elder brother! Then I have a brother after all. Always knew I had a brother. Out and on, you young scoundrel. You're going to have to behave with a little more respect towards me in the future. You've never behaved like a brother to me in all your life.
Not till today, old boy, I admit. I did my best, however. I have been out of practice.
Oh, come here, you.
My own! But what own are you? What is your Christian name now that you have become someone else?
Oh, good heavens, I quite forgot my name. Your decision on my Christian name is irrevocable, I suppose.
Oh, I never change, except in my affections.
Then the matter had best be sorted out once and for all. Lady Bracknell, what name was I given? Let me have the worst of it.
Being the eldest son, you were naturally christened after your father.
Well, yes, and what was his Christian name?
Oh, I'm afraid I cannot at the present moment recall the General's Christian name, but I have no doubt he had one.
Algy, surely you remember our own father's Christian name?
My dear boy, we weren't even on speaking terms. He died when I was a year old.
The General's Christian name would appear in the army list of the period, I suppose. Well, the army records of the last 40 years are...
I don't believe it.
Here. Generals M. Markby, Marlborough, Marmaduke, Mama Say, Mama Sa, Mama Marcusa. Moncrief! Christian name, Ernest. I always told you my name was Ernest, didn't I? Well, it actually is Ernest. I mean, it naturally is Ernest, oh darling. It's a terrible thing for a man suddenly to learn that for his entire life he's been speaking nothing but the truth. Can you forgive me?
I can!
Oh, Gwendolyn, at last!
Oh, Cecily, at last!
My nephew, you appear to be displaying signs of triviality.
On the contrary, Aunt Augusta, I have for the first time in my life realized the vital importance of being
Ernest.
We have been a Slapstick picnic, and that was our two-hander, three-hander version of the importance of being earnest. If you would like to know more about the company, then just head over to our website, which is slapstickpicnic.com.
And if you want to say some nice things about us, we're all over the internet. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook.
You may already know our sister company are touring the UK this summer with a four-hander production of 12th Night entirely on bicycles. You can find out more information. Is it 12th Night? Am I wrong? Yeah. Oh, great, I'm right. If you're interested, handle